What's up, everybody? Shout out Thuggy. Yeah, we back. We back. I told y'all I was gonna get y'all another video. Yeah, this one I really want to talk more about just like the gang, the prison understanding and mentality of what's going on in there. So now they got this stuff where it's like they call them the 50-50 yards, S and Y, and all that stuff. And really, anything lower than I think level 3 is like for sure S and Y, because they got people on there that's rapists and child molesters and snitches and all that shit. And everybody trying to go home. And so prison changed for real a few years back. Like right before I got out, prison was already changing because the government, the state figured out how to beat these niggas in there. So what I mean by that is they sit here and so they start letting niggas out the shoe, and then they start giving niggas like the opportunity to earn your way, especially the youth offender law, which gave niggas whoever had life before 25 a chance to parole if they did 15 years or more or some shit like that. And so that's that. So then what happened is, in order for when people are going before parole, there's these special parole boards. They you can't have no phones, really no knives or no stab. Like knives is cool as long as you don't stab a nigga. Really can just be good. And so I was talking to somebody the other day, and one of my partners, his name Jungo, he from Oakland. He just got out the other day, and that's my dog, my childhood friend. We ended up going to he went to prison for murder. I went to prison or attempted murder. I went to prison for armed robbery, and we were cellies for a little bit in reception. But we never thought we was gonna see that day. But then like I said, he had to be good. I knew I was getting out 2022. I only had 13 years. People who got life, they don't know. So then they learn how to be good while in prison. I didn't learn how to be good because my entire time I was catching write-ups and for phones, fights. I never caught a knife write-up, never caught a drug write-up, and I sold drugs. My last, I say, 5 years in prison, I was selling drugs. And so I was selling, I learned later. So then when I learned how to get it in, then I started selling more, because I had this Mexican girlfriend. I ain't gonna say her name because she a piece of shit, but she did do a lot for me though. I am very, very grateful of her. She had her own YouTube page for a minute, and I think her stories was interesting. And I'm gonna see if she want to come do an interview with me too. I got a gang of interviews lined up for us, and just a lot of my niggas. It's like what we did up in there, I got some niggas that's gonna tell you yeah, that nigga knocked this one nigga out, or this nigga was getting money like this, and this nigga. Everything I'm saying is verified, solidified. I done did everything the right way. I done went to the hole. I done went to the shoe. I was in corking the shoe. Even when they were shutting it down, I was there. I was one of the last niggas to leave because I ended up getting stabbed up by my celly. Cause we was in there fighting and shit, and so he couldn't see me, so he ended up stabbing me, and then I had to stay there until I got cleared, because they try to say that when you get stabbed, they assume you did something wrong, even though sometimes it's just a nigga can't fight, and so a nigga gonna stab you over fighting you, and so that's how that go. But yeah, that nigga was a mark. I'll tell y'all about that later. But yeah, it's just the conduct up in there. It's oh yeah, so it's his conduct. My conduct in there, it was I want to say it's unmatched, based on I was on a level 4 180 with all life first, when life was life, when niggas wasn't going home, and I'm on there. We was on there tripping. We was on there doing our thing, and so I don't want to say gang, because you don't really gang bang there, but shit happens, so drug debts, race riots, gang riots, all that shit. I still talking all of that shit, and I'm from Underworld Zilla, so it's they try to make it a prison gang, which is not. We just a gang of real niggas who went to prison, and we ain't fall apart like most of these niggas. I don't hide up on the shit, and so all my blood homies, all my niggas love me. Every last homie, except if I knocked him out or beat him down or some shit like that, or he was just hating. That's the only other thing why. But Yeah, I got my brother. He was one of my he was my celly when I end up getting learning how to get some money in there, and he gave me my first loan. Then when I completed the mission, I brought the drugs back, and I didn't look back from there. And so yeah, hopefully. Oh, and then my second baby mama, she used to be a prostitute, and so she got a gang of stories too. Me and her gonna have our own little thing because we be going at it like we be going at it. I think it's interesting because I want to hear what people want to say. Because like my point of view, my side of the story is different from hers, and and basically, so two of my baby mamas, they was with me when I was in prison. We got together over the phone. Then my newest baby mama, I met her on the street, but then I ended up fighting a case for a year, and she held it down for me. So all mine is like, they did some time with me, and I appreciate all of them for what they did. And I appreciate all the women that I had a relationship with during those years, because just having that kind of like outlet help a nigga be able to like stay sane. A lot of people don't even know that I've been in prison from the way I acted. Like, damn, I would never thought she was in there because cool dude. And it's like, yeah, like I was around some killers who you would never. These is the worst niggas you could ever meet, and you would never think like, oh, this nigga's he's a killer, and so that's that's enough for this episode. Yeah, the next one I think I don't know. I mean, I done had so many fights, so I can't really like. It's fights in there where I didn't talk to some of my niggas that we all done got out of prison, and we be on the phone, and I'm like, it's fights in there where it's like I forgot about it, or all my riots I remember, but like it's like once you've been doing so much stuff, it's like damn, like I can't remember. Like I did 13 years in there, all my 20s in the early 30s. I did all that. I was in it from 18 to 31. I got out 5 days before my 32nd birthday. I got out March 4th, 2022. I remember my mama came pick me up. It was tight. It was like, it was like a rebirth. It's significant in many ways based on, I wanted to be a different person. It was still hard for me to be a different person. I'm still, still struggling, but I don't do crimes anymore. The only crime I do, I might drink and drive a little bit, but I had to stop that. End up catching a DUI, but yeah, that's that. And so follow my journey, y'all. I told y'all I got y'all. I'm finna get this workout in. I told y'all I'm finna be doing 2 a days. I'm finna do a video for this and a video of some kind of exercise every day, because that's how you start. And and this is me. And fuck with me. Tell your friends, follow me, share me, like it, post it, so we can all get this money together.